Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. This one's going to be a Q&A video. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers lately. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. So I figured I would post over on Instagram on my story saying, hey, I want to do a Q&A video tonight and just let you guys ask all the questions there. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So the very first question comes from JB Explorers. They asked two questions. What was your first vehicle? How many vehicles have you had? What are they? Favorite and least favorite? So for me personally, I've only had 3 vehicles. My very first one was a 1995 second gen 4Runner with the 3.0 liter V6 in it. It was a dog, it was a pig, but I love that thing and I regret selling it every single day. My favorite one that I've had is this to an extent. I do miss the capabilities of a truck, which was my second vehicle in between my 2 4Runners. That was a 2014 Chevy Silverado LT. It was a nice blue color, crew cab, 5.3 liter, great truck, super comfortable truck, love that thing. But between my wife and I, we've had, I think, 6 cars. She's had a Chevy Aveo, which was hands down my least favorite. She had a Corolla, and now she has this RAV4, which we will be getting rid of soon, very soon, because the lease is ending. Tacos and Trails asks, is the Toyota 4Runner the most capable SUV out there? And also benefits of a 4Runner over a Tacoma. The benefits of the 4Runner over the Tacoma, I feel like, mainly comes from the interior. You have a lot more room to spread out, especially in the back seats. And a benefit also is having all your stuff secure in the vehicle. If someone wants to break into your vehicle, unfortunately, they're gonna do it. But instead of just having stuff in the bed, if you don't have a bed cover, it is more susceptible to weather and people. So that is the benefit of the 4Runner over the Tacoma. But then again, if you need truck stuff, you got to do truck stuff with the Tacoma. And is the 4Runner the most capable SUV out there? I mean, it's pretty well rounded. It's pretty good. Yeti TRD Pro also asks 2 questions. He asks, any full headlight upgrade in the future? And would you ever be interested in adding a supercharger to your truck? Yes, 100%. I would love to add the supercharger. We will be putting the pedal commander in soon, plus the exhaust, so we'll see if we negate from spending $6,000 on a supercharger. And any full headlight upgrade in the future, yes, we should be getting the Anzo lights coming in here soon from DRZ Off-Road. They're gonna be having them on their website. And he also told me that they may be getting the Alpha Rex lights as well. So hopefully I will be doing both of those for you guys on the channel soon. So talking about DRZ Off-Road, Rotary Therapy asks, how many amps does a DRZ upper and lower light bar pull individually? I'm not sure if this is true, man, but I went on their website. The 27-inch light bar is 120 watts. So I just asked Google, hey, how many amps does that take? And it's 10 amps. So it is LED, so it may be less, but I feel like if it's at 120 watts, it is only 10 amps, so 20 total. Newton Blake asks, onboard air or a power tank? Personally, for me, I don't have either on this thing, and the thing that I would just get a Viair little air compressor bag. I'll just throw it in the vehicle when I need it, take it out when I don't need it, because personally for me, I use this thing more as a daily than having a bunch of off-road equipment in it. Now, if your situation is different, to where you're off-roading every single weekend, definitely spend the extra money. I feel like having an onboard air at least tank, whether the compressor is external and you can fill up a tank, that would help immensely, especially if you have trailer and a whole bunch of other stuff. Nick 408 asks, what are your thoughts on the head unit Alpine Halo 9 for the 4Runner? I think this thing is very cool. It looks good. It is a very big screen. It's not as OEM as the T9 or T8 head unit is. It is very pricey. However, everyone that has it says that it's awesome. I have not had the luxury to try it yet. However, everyone that I've talked to that has it or recommends it definitely loves it. Snow Sharks asks, what would be your ideal 6th gen 4Runner? I think it would need more gears in the transmission, a better transmission than the Tacomas, but more gears in the transmission would help out power for a heavy vehicle. Nice little modern updates in the interior. Have it stay heritage to how this thing looks. If you look at this thing's side profile compared to a 1st gen 4Runner, they look very similar with the kind of window in the back, how it's angled a little bit, just the aesthetics of it looks 4Runner. It has to be body on frame. And if they do end up going to a twin turbo engine, hopefully none of the hybrid gizmos and gadgets. I want it to stay as bare 4Runner minimum as possible, but warrant the price tag that these things are now going for. Tacoma John asks, when are you coming back to Arizona for Dutch Brothers? My treat. Hopefully soon. I could use a kicker or an annihilator right now. Speaking of Arizona, Jeb T4R asks, are you ever moving back to Arizona? Ideally, I would love to live in Florida and Arizona, half of the year in one, half of the year in the other. They both have tremendous advantages that I love about both of them. You have the terrain out west. You're close to home from me in California. Bunch of trails, friends, family, food, a bunch of amazing things out there. Sports. I miss professional sports a lot. But here, I mean, you can't beat these beaches, the environment out here, the southern charm. I love aspects of both. Christopher Claros asks, do you regret not waiting for the 2020 model 4Runner with the upgraded technology? I do, but I don't. I mean, if the color is great on whatever the 2021 is going to be for the TRD Pro, I may trade up. But for the most part, it's a nice updated screen. But all the Toyota safety sense and everything like that my wife's RAV has, I don't use at all, except for the automatic braking. I just leave it on sometimes because there's a lot of dumb people that drive here. But other than that, this thing doesn't have blind spot monitoring, none of that. So, and the 4Runner doesn't have that as well. So I pretty much have all that off. So I don't regret it. And the last question comes from Allentown Productions over on YouTube. He asked, what are your top 5 first mods for SR5 owners? I'm just going to make this a blanket statement for all new 4Runner owners, and this is obviously just a personal opinion. For me, I would definitely upgrade the headlights. Halogen bulbs are good, however, I do like a nice wider light that reflects off of road signs and everything. Whether you go with HID or LED, it's definitely an improvement over the stock halogens. The second thing I would upgrade is if your 4Runner came with carpet floor mats, I would definitely put Husky liners, WeatherTech, or just Toyota's OEM rubber floor mats. The third thing, for sure, and this should be number 1, but window tint. I love window tint. Everywhere I've lived has been hot, but window tint is a must. The canvas back cargo liners in the back of the vehicle have been awesome for me, especially with the Husky and sand. Those things are awesome, so that would be number 4. And number 5, a very simple yet effective mod is the center console organizer. They're like 12 to 20 bucks depending on which one you get on Amazon, guys. And it's just something that should have already been in the 4Runner in the first place. But when you open up your center console, it's just this little organizer. I've done a video in the past, so I'll leave that in the iCard above. I just find that thing very, very useful. So thank you again, guys, for sending in your questions. I appreciate it as always. Thank you so much for your support, and I will catch you all in the next one. All right, see you later.